Hey Taurus, how y'all doing? Welcome. We are going to be taking a look at your December through January, your Yule tide time reading here. So, just a quick note about your meditation. It was short and sweet. I saw the image of holly berries, and I saw these holly berries being presented to you. And then I saw the words, looks can be deceiving, trust your instincts. Looks can be deceiving, trust your instincts. It's an interesting one because holly berries are quite beautiful, actually. They're gorgeous, right? But they are quite toxic, quite poisonous to eat. So it's really interesting, that theme of how something appears. But I really feel like, especially looking at your spread here, that this season you are very much being called to trust and focus on what you know to be true, what you know to be right. If something smells funny, that's because it ain't right. If something seems right to you, but others think, oh, that doesn't look that good to me, or I'm not seeing what you're seeing, trust what you know. I'm also really getting a strong sense of the bull, which is your zodiac animal, right? So there's that whole, bull seeing red, and that, aspect of Taurus energy that is, being a fixed sign. Your relationship to change can be a bit tricky, like all fixed signs. I'm a fixed sign too. I understand that struggle. But there is something in that as well that speaks of a duality of energy. When I think about the bull is such a, when it's not being triggered or misused in a, entertainment sense, right? It's a beautiful, peaceful, regal animal, right? It's very much connected to instinct and the earth, and embodies all the best qualities of what it is to be a Taurus, right? A love of life, really embracing the earthly experience, which is stunning, right? Taurus people came here to live. You came here to be embodied, right? Which is just, it's a wonderful, and it's especially important during the times that we're in, because during these times, and I know you know what I'm talking about, I know you feel it, it's a very chaotic energy, it's very uncertain, things are all over the place, right? But as a Taurus, you have the unique ability to ground into what's important to you, whether that's at your own homestead, staying within a group that is just family to you, and maybe like turning off the news, or just staying away from any energy that feels chaotic to you. But you're able to transmute that in a really beautiful way because you are the earth. Earth is the great transmuter. So I'm really, really getting this strong sense to really dig into that, Taurus. Really call upon that magical superpower of yours. It's going to not just help you during this time, but truly, truly, like I said, be a superpower for you, and positively affect the people around you as well, right? So really, really beautiful. So your animal for this time period is the whale. Now, whale is beautiful. It doesn't surprise me. And all of this is coming up for you because whale, water signs, water energy is about instinct, psychic intuition. It's about really trusting your feelings and being in your knowing, standing strong in your knowing, right? Whale doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. It's ancient. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't have any natural predators outside of humans, but within its own ecosystem, it has no natural predators. And it equates to the Queen of Cups in the Tarot, which is very much about connecting with your feelings and making choices and seeing things from your own unique perspective, right? Nobody knows what is best for you or what is actually true for you better than you, especially now. Especially now. So, this is really beautiful. Whale energy is also about music as well. And think about when you hear a song, and just like music, just unlike anything else, in my opinion, has a way of affecting us viscerally, where music can just transcend and take us to a memory, another place, another time, hit us viscerally, where we're able to access emotion and just cry, right? It's very, very magical. So I'm having that come through for you as well. That could be incredibly medicinal for you during this time as well, is music. Now, you are coming through as the Three of Pentacles, which is it's really good because it's earth energy, right? You have a lot of earth energy here, which just feels not just like a synchronicity, but incredibly on point and perfect for you. Three of Pentacles traditionally is about teamwork, but it's about artistry and mastery, and really being valued for what you do, who you are, and your place within a certain community, right? your workplace, where you live, your neighborhood, whatever that is for you, your family unit. So this is really beautiful. I do feel, Taurus, that there's this very distinct energy of, first of all, there's change coming, huge change coming, like life changing things happen like this, and suddenly your reality looks very different from one day to the next change. And I do feel like that's a theme for you, because I'm really getting drawn to the fact that you are a fixed sign that is going to be facing a lot of change. Does it feel positive? Yes, but is change in and of itself kind of naturally uncomfortable? Yeah. So nothing is ever really all good or all bad, right? So with this Three of Pentacles, I do feel like you are of a powerful mindset during this time, where you're really thinking about, how can I work with the people around me, whether that's my family unit, the people I work with, if you have your own business, whatever this is for you, how can I work with my current resources and within my current relationships to have everything function at its highest possible level? I do feel like money is on your mind, but not just like money to get through one month to the next, like long-term financial wellness, prosperity, and fulfillment, right? Because there's nothing like having money and having the kind of security that comes from, you doing something that you truly are good at and love to do. It's that kind of energy, right? It's that kind of energy. So your challenge here, major arcana of the Lovers. So this is Gemini energy. And, this is very much about love-based choices versus fear-based choices, right? The Lovers come through and they say, hey, when we make choices from love, we are aligned with our path. It's not always easy to do. And part of that trick is really knowing yourself well enough and listening to your instinct, really sinking to the bottom of the ocean like the whale, and really tuning into yourself well enough to know and identify when you're making a choice from love or when you're making it from fear. It can be harder to discern than we might think, but the ego is very strong. The ego is Ozzy Osbourne, right? It's Black Sabbath. It's metal at its highest decibel, right? The intuition is Debussy. It's soft. It's delicate. It's, like a softly played sotto voce piano tune. You know what I mean? So I do feel like you're being called to master that skill within you during this time. Honestly, perfect time of year to do that, right? We do as nature does. Well, in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, we do as nature does. We wind down, we allow ourselves to be quiet, and we invite ourselves to sit within our own darkness so that we can have revealed to us what wants to be revealed to take us into the next chapter, right? Ideally, anyway. We also got to go with the flow. Your advice here, more pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles here. This is such a beautiful, fresh start, new project, new idea, new passion sort of energy. This is first day of school energy, which I love. Then you have the Four of Pentacles here, which is it's a stationary energy. It's a not wanting to move forward or backwards energy, but four is also the number of a strong foundation. And it's also, relates to assured financial gain. There's a lot about finances here. But really everything in the physical realm as well. That's Pentacles, right? So it's finances, it's your physical wellness, it's your home, it's everything of your earthly experience, right? Like we were talking about earlier with the meditation. The fact that this is coming in as your advice, I'm really hearing to allow yourself to tend to the seeds that you are sowing, or that you have sown, or that you desire to sow, and then nurture them with your thought, your intention, meditation, desire, creative thinking. Because something, whatever this is that I'm picking up on, doesn't want to be rushed. If it's an idea, a plan, a desire, nurture it like a really good gardener would. This is not to be rushed, right? Your victory here is King of Swords. This could even be a decision you're thinking about making or a change you're thinking about making, right? Sometimes we know something is right, and it's very tempting to move forward with it quickly or immediately, right? When type when you know, right? And that feels like the theme of this, when you know. But timing's everything. And I'm hearing to really allow yourself to sink into your earth sign magic and sit with it so that you have all the information available to you and that you can time this perfectly, okay? And your victory here is King of Swords. It's beautiful, but this did come out in reverse when I pulled it, but I like to keep it in the upright for the sake of the visual. King of Swords in the upright is about clarity, good decision making. It's about, King of Swords is an energy that sees everything but says very little. When he speaks, everyone listens. It's high discernment, not the most warm and cuddly energy, but it is true sight, true vision, true knowing. The fact that this came up in reverse as your place of victory says to me, this is acting in counterpoint. King of Swords and Queen of Cups are very different energies, y'all. Very different. So the fact that this is coming up in counterpoint to the whale energies, your overall, says to me that you are getting out of your head, getting out of your logic, and steeping into that intuition, steeping into that knowing. Especially if you are someone who is prone to analysis paralysis, thinking yourself out of a good thing, or going with your head over your heart, just like lovers ask us to go with our heart over our head. This feels like a victory point for you, and it feels like you are trusting your intuition and your choices in a way that are going to give you a very different outcome, right? If you're someone who always goes with your head, or always kind of analysis paralysis, Eight of Swords-esque reality, I see you having a lot of victory with trusting your feelings, your emotion, your intuition in a way that is going to yield an outcome that is just life-changing, which leads us to your outcome. You have so wild, Taurus. You have two major arcana here. You have the Tower, which is Scorpio energy, which is big, unexpected, life-changing change, right? But it's matched with the Wheel of Fortune, which is also big, positive change with that ladybug energy here. This is things happening for you. This is the wheel is turning in your favor. I feel like this Tower is commenting on the fact this is going to happen quite quickly. Not all of it will be, a comfy, ride. Some of it will be a bit bumpy, but it is happening. It does feel like this is a mechanism or an aspect of choices that you're going to make that are connected to your knowing. Now, I'm also seeing the hollyberry. I know these are grapes, but the red and the berry here in your meditation, looks can be deceiving. Trust what you feel. So in the face of change, are you having to move through some discomfort or letting go of certain things or closing certain doors so that you can make room for this new one or series of doors to open? You can you can go through that, right? You can trust that how something feels to you and what you know to be right for you is going to yield dividends that are perfect for you at this time. You are able to see and feel things in a way right now that maybe not everybody else has the same access to. That's okay, because you got to do you. But I do feel like a lot of this has to do with how you live your life and a certain level of like relationship security, financial security, home life betterment. It really feels like this is going to change your everyday. Whatever this is, it's going to change your everyday. Now, your oracle here, your Yule oracle, so beautiful. Snow, number 33. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh, a magical enchantment bestowed in purity. Really beautiful. So, this very much speaks about timing, this key, but it also speaks about intuition because snow is, it's frozen water. We were talking about water with the whale here. This really speaks about timing and allowing yourself to be still and sit in that silence that is Yule time, right? That is the darkness, and really trusting that things are going to show up in perfect time for you. This isn't about rushing. This isn't about thinking ahead of yourself or thinking about worst case scenario or, I want my next year to look like this and my New Year's resolution. This is not about rushing. This is about doing what you do as a Taurus, taking your time, allowing those seeds to get, really, really perfect for the sowing, and then nurture them, because let me tell you something, Spirit is working within the situation for you. Your guides, I can feel it. Your guides, your team, your ancestors have all of this planned out for you. It is not your job to get in the car in the driver's seat and put pedal to the metal. That ain't it. It's your job to sit in the passenger seat and allow your divine team to decide when the car arrives at the destination. You are being asked to get a really good look at the map so that you have a really good idea of where you want to go and what you want to manifest when you're there. It's not about the timing for you. It's about the intention. The timing, it's worked out. Beautiful, stunning, amazing Taurus. I'm very, very excited for you. With that being said, I am wishing you the happiest, most merry, joyful, contemplative, intuitive, wondrous, rich Yule season ahead. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, let me know in the comments. Give me a like and a follow, all that good stuff. I so appreciate that. You know, I love my Taurians, my fellow fixed signs. And stay tuned, guys. I have a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the new year. Thank you guys for all of your positive feedback and comments about my book announcement. If you haven't heard about that yet, check out my latest video where I talk all about a book I have coming up next year being published. And just thank you guys so much, as always. But most of all, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.